'cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in, man. Front row seat, man, in your living room, your cubicle. Deontay Wilder does 300K. 300K. And salute to the king, Deontay Wilder. And you know, the haters came in. You know, you have fake PR people, you have fake people posing as media guys, and I'm gonna do a video on that later. You know what I mean? But Deontay Wilder does 300,000 pay-per-view buys. You say, how significant is that? No one on the card spoke English. No one on the card was black. He had no shoulder. You know how they call it shoulder programming? He had no shoulder fights on the bout that can propel him. He had no personalities to bounce off of. I walked into the arena early, obviously. But not to watch Leo Santa Cruz, but just to embrace the moment. You know what I mean? Just to be a part of. I didn't even really watch the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I was disinterested. You know, personally, I'll be honest, I was seeing where everyone was sitting, so I know who to interview, how to interview them, how to get there. You know what I mean? I was just, you know what I mean? And that's the truth of the matter. You know, next fight, Deontay Wilder, man, you gotta do some. Hopefully, your team can do some interior decorating. I don't know how it goes or what it looks like, but we got to get you over that 500,000 mark, and I believe you will do it. I'll do it. I believe you'll get there, but on some level, they gotta do some protection, man, because it's just pitiful that that undercard was pathetic. It was horrible. Leo Santa Cruz have no business being the co-main. Maybe the third, maybe the second to there's 4 bouts on pay-per-view, maybe the second bout. But maybe they should have put that Charlo Tony Harrison fight. You know, maybe Fox could have saved some money. You know what I mean? Maybe Fox could have saved some money and put that fight on the bout. You know what I mean? Obviously, they got to make weight a month earlier, but they've been sitting for a year. So if they would have known, it probably would have made more sense, bigger audience, better shoulder programming, you know, better personalities. And but more importantly, above all of that, shout out to the king Deontay Wilder for carrying this pay-per-view all on his own. You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz, with all due respect to Leo Santa Cruz, people want to see him fight Gary Russell. If he's not fighting Gary Russell, he can just go sit down somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? And so Deontay Wilder, you're officially a bona fide superstar. Officially bona fide superstar. Not many people can convince 300,000 people to spend $75 on it. Put that in perspective. Put that in perspective. Some of y'all are late on your rent. What's today's date? December 5th? Some of y'all are late on your rent right now, trying to find $1,000. Deontay Wilder convinced 300,000 people to spend $75. And I'm proud of the fact that I gave away, with help from my boy Aaron, we gave away 5 pay-per-views. 5? Yeah, 4 pay-per-views, and I bought one. So shout out to all the winners, and thank you, Aaron, for your supporting the champ. And but it's just a beautiful thing, man, that as I said, I seen Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder was fighting 4 rounders somewhere in LA, some casino, StubHub, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? When he was the first bout. You know what I'm saying? Fighting them chubby Mexicans. Yeah, that shit. Hey, man, Deontay, if he listens to this video, he go bust up laughing when he hear that shit. But you know, it's just his plight is something that we should all be proud of, no matter the ethnicity, man. Man, let's take ethnicity off for a second, and let's forget that I'm talking to you. The man is from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You're from Cuba. You're from Africa. You're from Ghana. You're from Canada. You're from the Delta. You know what I mean? you found something that you were great at. It wasn't you didn't it wasn't blessed upon you since birth. It was given to you at birth, but it took you 21 years to find it. It took him 21 years to find it, right? I'm assuming Deontay Wilder was a great athlete, probably did basketball, probably played football, and probably hustled a little bit, I mean, probably did his thing. Those would be some great questions to ask D, like to go in full detail about his childhood. And at 21, he says he really walks into the gym with the keg and says, "Hey, I think I want to be a boxer," right? And his daughter has spina bifida, well documented. 10 years later, 8 years, well, that year he becomes a bronze medalist. 13 years later, no, 2014, well, 5 years ago. 8 years later, he becomes the heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I mean? And 5 years later, he's a pay-per-view megastar. Trust your process. Trust your discipline. You know what I mean? Be an asset to your finish line. Be an asset to your goal. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Getting to the apex every day of your day. I'm gonna repeat. That's what life is about. Getting to the apex of every day of your life. Whatever the apex is in that day. If you got 15 errands to run, get through all 15. If you say you're gonna read 50 pages of that book, get through 15 pages. All right. If you say you want to save $100 and you're not gonna eat lunch, you're gonna drive by Starbucks and save that $9. Drive by Starbucks and save that $9. We all got vices and problems that we're going through and we're trying to fix, we're trying to solve. No one is perfect. You know what I mean? No one is immune to this thing called mortal. You know what I mean? So but at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder has accomplished that. The young man still lives in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The man should be living in Los Angeles, California. I repeat, the man should be living and having camp in Los Angeles, California. Don't you know if he had to camp in Los Angeles, California, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, not that he won't do it in the future, but he's always had camp in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I mean? I think it's just a testament to his character, a testament his loyalty to his friends, to his family, to his community. You know what I mean? To the people that helped get him there. You know what I mean? You walk in that gym, you got the community working out in the gym alongside the champ. You know what I mean? That was my first day ever in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So I don't know what that community looks like, but it was young, old, white, black, you know what I mean, all in the gym training, working out. I'm sitting there having conversations with with um oh man, with people in the gym waiting for Deontay Wilder. What you got? Waiting for Deontay Wilder, and as it relates to that. And so at the end of the day, man, we got to salute this king. You know what I mean? I'm on daddy duty. I'm a stay-at-home dad, as y'all know already. You know what I'm saying? And um, it's just a beautiful thing, or should I say retired? Huh? You want you want you want toast? Okay, let me go give her some toast. But at the end of the day, man, salute this king. 300,000 pay-per-view buys, well deserved, well earned. Long journey. Let me tell you, long journey. And I think I told you guys many times in my videos, I didn't really wake up till I was 30. Between 30 and 35, I started having this awakening in terms of purpose in life, in terms of goals, in terms of money not being my ultimate goal. You know what I mean? Purpose and solutions and inspiration and being an asset. You know what I mean? Being selfless. You know what I mean? Working on being self-made while being selfless at the same time. That's tough, man. And so salute to Deontay Wilder. Well deserved, man. You are a champs among champs. There's a lot of money riding on you this Saturday on who you gonna fight, when you gonna fight, where you gonna fight. And I'm rooting for whatever you want. You know what I mean? I believe you're rooting for Andy Ruiz. I believe I've heard that. So and I would love to have that fight the first half of next year. Um, you know what I mean? But just to summarize this, Deontay Wilder did a pay-per-view, $300,000 with nobody on the undercard spoke English. Neary was wiped off the card. That fight was scratched. Leo Santa Cruz is not much of a talker. Nice guy, definitely a nice guy, but not much of a talker. You know, but the further and further away he gets from Gary Russell, the further and further away we want him in our boxing lives. You know, and that's just the reality of it. And I don't know who else was the other fight. Who was the other fight? I don't even know who the other fight was. Not being disrespectful, but I'm trying my best to remember. But that's how not memorable it is. I have no idea. Damn. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa was the other fight. And he don't speak much. You know, that's Omar Figueroa's brother. You know what I mean? So and he didn't do too well on the Pacquiao pay-per-view. And I wish the family well. And I definitely want to see Brandon Figueroa fight Steve Fulton. And so who's the best at 122? Make it happen. You know what I mean? WBA belt on the line. But anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Congratulations to Deontay Wilder. Say Deontay Wilder. She's star right now. Say Deontay Wilder. You want a snack? Say Deontay Wilder. What'd you say? Say Deontay Wilder. You want a snack? Say Deontay Wilder. She says, wow, Wilder. Yeah. Say Bomb Squad. You want a snack? Say Bomb Squad. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button, and talk to you soon. Say bye. Bye. Say see you later. See you. Say I love you. I do. All right, peace, guys.